What's going on, guys? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out waiting on the stream to start. For those of you stop by watching the replay, though, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. When these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So sorry for the couple-minute late start. I've changed the gauges up a little bit in my ears, and the ball's kind of being a pain in the absolute ass to try to pop in. So I was like, screw it, I'll deal with it after the stream. It had me pushing, running a little bit late. So my apologies for that. As you can see, we're going to do a split screen with iFragrance, talk about those 3 new upcoming releases from Guerlain that I think I'm going to get all 3 of, and the new Azzaro Most Wanted Intense EDT. And then we'll look around, see if there's anything else of the new things that got announced that maybe interest us to take a look at. And then we'll just chop it up like we normally do. As far as my scent of the day, Elysium Eau Intense from Rouge Parfums. Very, very polarizing. Like I said in my Instagram post, I would say it's probably the most polarizing blue fragrance out there. Some people don't get it, don't like it, smells terrible to them. And for some of us, specifically me, I think it's the most interesting of the Elysiums. I don't think it's the best. The Parfum is my favorite, but I do like all 3. All 3 have a different personality to them. And this one has that sour rhubarb. It's got more leather than the other 2. It's not as much of a woody vetiver base. It's more of a leather base. I quite enjoy it. Still has that metallic citrus, but not quite as mass appealing. It's almost got like this laundry detergent kind of thing going on for it too, which may sound off-putting, but I find it to be quite charming. I like it quite a bit, so that's my scent of the day. So we'll wait till about the 10-minute mark, give everybody an opportunity to get here that wants to be here. Good to see you, Ryan. Azzaro wanted to work. So the King of Kings, Eros. Send it for the scent of the night. Let's see, Chrome Pure. Haven't worn that in a long time. Good to see you, Noel. Neil, good to see you. Pradalome Intense. Excellent, excellent choice. Jay, good to see you. Chanel L'Homme Sport. Polo Deep Blue Parfum. Great fragrance. Speaking of great fragrances, Coral Fantasy. That's my favorite Valentino. Kaylin, good to see you. Clive Christian Crabapple Blossom. Never had a steal on it. Giving Joel a hard time already, huh? Let's see. What's going on, Juan? Good to see you. Nishane, Fan Your Flames. Been a minute since I've worn that one. I like to wear that one to dinner when I do wear it. On my way to work when I make it to this live. Carasso Bay. Good stuff. Have a good live, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. I hope you have a great evening at work, Joel. Darley, the ultimate way to smell like Le Male. Zoologist Dodo Jackfruit Edition. Mr. M.A. Styles wearing Ferragamo Free Time. Me and Chad were talking about that one in our live stream the other day. It came up. You might have, I'm sure you were there. Simple, but gets the job done. Grapefruit or lemon, one of the 2. And woody vetiver. Quite good. Nothing special, but pretty good. Yeah, I had a good old time with Justin wearing B683. I want to say he's put that in a blind smelling rate with me before. I want to say he did. I don't remember for sure or not because I don't remember the scent profile. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Drew. It's a Haroff Signature to back. Excellent choice. Kismet put an order in today for Creation de Rêve. Ooh, Epoque Artistique. That's good stuff. Had to also order Norstad Quattro. Hell yeah. And Eternal Coffee. Some good stuff. Keep sharing these fun ones. Cheers for the discount code. Yes, sir. I hope you enjoy them. It's all some really good ones. Creation de Rêve. I haven't really spent much time with, but Epoque Artistique, beautiful, in the vein of Victory Elixir. Not quite as earthy, but definitely smells similar to, but not quite exactly the same. Quattro, big fan. I wear that one at least once a week. And then Eternal Coffee I haven't worn in a while. Very sweet cream coffee, so keep that in mind. Latifah's Emir, good to see you. Signature Aurum, great choice. Terrence, good to see you. Signature Royale, a lot of Zaharoff love today. That'll make George happy if he happens to see this, which he's in Italy. I talked to him this morning. Let's see. 11 Zaharoff bottles. Yeah, I don't blame you. The X, okay. Was quite liking that shirt you rocked last CPL reviews. Last couple of reviews. Oh, that Hawaiian shirt, the yellow and the baby blue floral. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I filmed those last night, both of those videos. Real nice. I have it in another color where it's green with white. Instead of yellow with baby blue, it's like a not quite a kiwi green, but a cross between like a kiwi green and a seafoam green, kind of somewhere in between with that hue, and white. It's same shirt, just different color palette. never tried that. Getting vibes, 1 million lucky and Privé. Nice plum note. Noted. Good to see you, sir. Ethan, wearing Bleu de Chanel Parfum. The best blue, in my opinion. Bentley Silver Lake. Man, I haven't worn that in a long time. That's a good one, too. Josh, good to see you, sir. Send a day Highway 190 by Fulton and Rourke. Hope everyone's having an amazing week. We talked about that one not long ago. You may not have been here. I'm pretty sure you were, though. We talked about it. We did the last split screen we did with iFragrance. We talked about it, actually. It was like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. Right under 2 weeks. Right around there. 2 weeks-ish. Ooh, Le Beau de Parfum. Great choice. Great choice. Let them know, Giancarlo. Kix Griffey's in the house. Pandora since Camaro Omen tints. It's magic. No argument here. I'm thanking you now. Kix Griffey approved. Everybody's got their little catchphrases now. I love it. We got more and more people having their own little catchphrases. And then look, he hits me with that on Instagram too. I love it. I love it, guys. Right back at you with the piece. Jason, good to see you. Burlington, 1819. I debated on grabbing that, but I haven't wore Elysium Intense in a while. That's why I reached for it today. I was like, man, I have these beautiful Raja Dove fragrances. I just have not been reaching for any of them. I need to wear something. And this caught my eye, and I was like, I'm going to wear that. Why the hell not? Good to see you, Spencer. Dior Sport 2020, the Iris-based one. Last night I bought 3 Mind Games fragrances. I'm excited for them. I don't even need to know which ones because they're all the ones I've tried are really, really good. That's a great house, expensive house, but a great house nonetheless. We got a few more minutes and then we'll go ahead and get the split screen going. Sean, good to see you. Tarath by Spirit of Dubai. Paradise Garden arriving this Monday on my birthday. So you have a birthday coming in a few days. I sure enjoyed my wearing of it yesterday. So you got to like synthetic, guys. For those of you that didn't see the review this morning, you got to like synthetic. I think it's the second best. It's right in the middle. I like it more than the EDT, but not quite as much as the Le Parfum. I think the Le Parfum is still my favorite. Still my favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance in general. Bohemian Lime. The second time I get to see you live. Had to smile right now. Well, I'm glad watching me live brings some joy to you. That makes me happy to hear, I got to say. Wearing Tony Iommi Monkey Special. Guerlain Spiritus Double Vanille. All right, I've never tried that one. MG, good to see you, my man. The Telegram replying to comments on your page as a scammer, right? Of course that is. So let me go. For some reason, they don't show them in my comments, or unless it just started happening. Let me go see if I can see a reply real quick, and I'll block them and get them out of here real quick. Yep, there we go. Let me get them out of here. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I see them all right now. I see he's replying to all you guys on today's giveaway. Yep. That's definitely not me. Of course, the Telegram scam profile is not me. That's why in every single giveaway video now, when I do the giveaway instructions, I say, as long as you're listening to this part, you won't even have to ask me if it's a scam profile. So that's never me, guys. If you want to know for certain if it's me, you click the profile. It is not going to go to my channel page, which it even says Telegram in the name. That ain't me. But yeah, I got them blocked. So now, sometimes there will be more than one of those profiles. Let's see. Looks like I seem to have got it. We don't have another one, so I appreciate you letting me know, MG. Yeah, I took care of it. It's done. He gone. Over for that profile. May that motherfucker get in a wreck today. Scamming people. That's some bullshit. I hate to wish ill on people, but that's some scamming motherfuckers. Come on, man. Be better, people. Be better. Trying to scam people, get their money in there. That's what it is. They're going to try to get a bank account number out of you. Oh, we just need this for avoid. I don't want that to happen to none of y'all. These are scum of the earth, people that do that. Absolute scum of the earth. Good to see you, Roy. Another one wearing Burlington 1819. You and Jason are sent twinsies today, and you both are wearing a stunning fragrance. Most polarizing blue. I'd give that to King Blue from Amouage. I cannot appreciate that at this stage right now. Not in the know. Interesting name with some blue hearts, and got Oscar the Grouch. Okay, shout outs. Good to see Mark. How are you? Queening, Jadobe, and Blockade. Hell yeah. The Queening and Blockade. I don't think I've tried Jadobe. I don't recall, but the Queening and Blockade are fantastic. I mean, Blockade's my favorite. I like it more than the Ventus. Beau de Parfum today after the talk I got on yesterday's live. It's good stuff. I don't blame you guys for rocking it. I like to wear it in summer. Ooh, just kidding. I don't have that. Okay, I was about to say, what you doing over here flexing on people? That's some fragrance community gold if you got a silver stem Dior Homme. You really want to flex, say you got the silver stem Dior Homme cologne. That's even more obscure. It was literally just fresher Dior Homme before Dior Homme cologne became a lemonade fragrance. They had a silver stem Dior Homme cologne too. The first one came out in like 06 or 07, something like that. Milano Fragrance Naviglio. Alexandria's Black Panther, their take on Tigar. Molinard Figue. You smell fantastic, sir. I'm a big fan of that one. So we're at 11-minute mark. We got a decent crowd. Make sure to hit that thumbs up on the way in. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me scroll down a little bit. Jared, the Bishop, Jared Miller with $5 super chat. Hype for this one. Listening at work. Slap that like button. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, guys. Ocean EDP. What's a fragrance that would be comparable? Dior Homme O. Prada, some discontinuance. Business Over Pleasures in the same vein, with more complexity. Prada L'Homme L'Eau is in the same vein with ginger, like stuff like that. They're kind of related. They're in the same kind of fresh iris family. Outside of those three, not really sure. Dior Homme O, though. That's, if I had to just keep one Dior Homme not named the Parfum, it would be O. I love that one. Never. Don't hold your breath because you would pass out and die. Yeah, so never. If you want to search the internet and get you a bottle, though, I strongly encourage it because my bottle will never be for sale, my man. Pacific Chill is amazing. I finally tried it. It smells so lively. Literally sitting on a floaty with a tropical drink with sun-kissed skin. I like that description. I agree. I had to have it. That's why I left with that bottle. I'm super happy about it. $5 super chat from Chris Jan. Love your content and admire your dedication on the fitness journey. Thank you, sir. Cineday's Rui Lopez by Mind Games Magic Fragrance. I haven't tried that one. I don't even think I've even heard of that one from Mind Games. You have my intrigue, sir, to throw magic in there. That holds weight with me because I use that term for certain scent profiles too. That deem that for the special of the special. You have my attention, sir. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate the kind words. $5 super sticker from John Carlo. I appreciate that. D's in the house, my main man. Hey, so I got brought up on Justin's live yesterday. Joel brought it up. He's like, would it be better to work on a tag team name with Justin? That was kind of taking a jab, like me and you have not been working on what we promised. We need to work on our tag team name. So, ooh. To just dip your toe. There's a lot of complexity in that house. I would say go about getting just try some decants of anything that sounds good to you because it depends on your taste because they're all highly complex fragrances and there's a lot of variety. It's hard to really say just one, especially if you take Elysium out of the mix. That's really difficult to say, actually. I appreciate the super chats, guys. I'm trying to hurry up and get going here. $5 super chat from I Love Broccoli. What do you do when you want to try a local niche perfume from a country but aren't flying there anytime soon? I don't try the fragrance. That's usually what happens. Unless I want to try it badly enough, I'll see about getting a decant from somewhere online if possible. But not everything is like I'm going to die if I don't try it. You know, it's not that serious. When it becomes too much of an inconvenience to try to get your nose on something, it's just not worth it. No fragrance is really worth that level of inconvenience. I haven't really had that issue come up, but you never know. You never know. It's a great question, one that I don't have the best answer for, obviously, but I do appreciate it's a thought-provoking question. And yeah, I've never had that issue come up, but I appreciate the super chat. So great choice. You get the soft live stream clap, sir. Great choice. Oh, I don't know. Make sure you got notify me on, because they will alert you as soon as it comes into stock. All right. So I made it to the bottom. Let me see what Jay has to say. Black tea, rose, or black cherry. Not necessarily might want to grab it, but I definitely might want to try it. I might get a sample of that one. Definitely sample Mind Games before you buy them because they're so expensive. So expensive. So let's go ahead and get into this split screen, guys. I appreciate all the super chats and super stickers. So iFragranceofficial.com. If you have an Instagram profile, which is 2024, why do you not have an Instagram profile by now? Follow iFragrance. Anytime something comes up, they typically, I would say 99% of the time, break the news first on an announcement, a sneak peek, or anything in their Instagram stories. They're usually hip to the game. Places like Nose Fragrances and stuff like that, they literally like screen grab iFragrances stuff. Okay. So iFragrance is really, really good about being hip to the game and being plugged in to getting us this information as soon as possible. Sometimes they have to change the information because it may be just going off of what they were told by the brand or an insider as far as the note breakdown, and it says note breakdown subject to change. Sometimes that does happen. But like Bulgari Man in Black Parfum, the first time I saw anything about that was months and months and months ago from iFragrance. Okay. And it just in the last like month and a half went for sale and came up all of a sudden and everybody got excited. So point being, if you have Instagram and you're into fragrance, follow iFragrance, guys. That's all I can tell you. And while I'm thinking about it, I absolutely forgot to post this on Instagram and tag them. So let me do that briefly, if you guys don't mind. Just dawned on me. I was dealing with these damn earrings. These captive bead bigger gauges, because I moved up to a 10 gauge from the 14. So I used to have 6 gauge in these ears, by the way. You gotta stair step back into it. I never went higher than 6 gauge, and I think I'm gonna stop at 8 gauge. I just want some thicker captive beads. I like the thicker looking posts. Anyways, so let me share this real quick, guys. My apologies. That is not what I meant to press. There we go. One moment, please. I would like to blame when I say that on George Zaharoff. That's where I got that from. Who hit the one moment, please. Shout outs to Georgie. Traveling the world, always up to some shit. There we go. Those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know what my story posts for these things look like. I'm doing one real quick. So I like to give them their credit because when we use their website, you know, I definitely like to give them their credit. Let me tag them. The owner is very, very nice. He's got some really good reviewers like John Harper and stuff that do editorials on there. It's a great website. They really are. Definitely a very good website. That'll work. That's some good music for that. All right. My apologies, guys. So let's take a look. There's an article on green extravaganza. There's the 3 that we're looking at today. An article by John Harper. Speaking of, shout outs to Musings of a Fraghead. So let's warm up. Let's start with the new Azzaro Intense Eau de Parfum. Intense Eau de Toilette. I do love the gray gradients here. I think it's the sharpest looking bottle. I like the monochrome colors. And I think it's going to be a little generic because I did get a little sneak peek at the notes here. But let's read the write-up that they have on this. Discover Azzaro the Most Wanted EDT Intense. Experience the unmistakable allure of Azzaro the Most Wanted Eau de Toilette Intense, an addictive fragrance that combines intense freshness with boundless sensuality. Ideal for the confident man who dares to walk his own path. These designer write-ups always crack me up. Azzaro the Most Wanted Eau de Toilette Intense takes you on an enchanting journey full of freshness and seduction. Vibrant notes of green Mediterranean bergamot open up the experience with a refreshing sensation, followed by warm notes of lavender from Provence, adding the unmistakable sense of sensuality. The whole is rounded off with a rich woody moss liqueur accord that leaves a lasting impression. This unique combination results in an unforgettable fragrance experience that envelops the wearer in self-confidence and charisma. Okay, powerful symbol of style and self-confidence, signature black barrel, yada, yada, yada. Bergamot essence, lavender heart, moss liqueur. Doesn't seem like anything special. Bergamot, lavender, and oak moss, right? But I'm sure it will have that signature sweet and spicy DNA, more of the sweet than the spice. And this moss liqueur, what does that mean exactly? Is that a boozy oak moss? What would that smell like? That's what comes to mind when I see moss liqueur. But the lavender here, I have a feeling is going to be, if it's lavender heart, I'm thinking it might be the more metallic kind of smelling lavender that gets mistaken for ambroxan. I have a feeling it's that kind of lavender. Obviously, I could be way off. This is a complete assumption. But I have a feeling that's what it's going to be, more so than like a soapy or powdery kind of lavender. Bergamot's bergamot. We might get a lot of citrus. We might get a little bit of citrus. Who knows? But it looks very generic with the note breakdown. So couple that with, it's going to be smell more like the most wanted than wanted's DNA. So the most wanted, think that toffee sweetness. I would think that we're going to get a little bit of that mixed with this kind of Chypre aromatic, if you will, based on these notes. I think it's got a chance to be very generic, smells like a bunch of different things, and people are bitching and moaning on it about it. Or there's going to be less of that and people countering that, saying, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. I think it smells beautiful. I got 2 compliments at work today. Yada. It's going to be one of those two. Either everybody's going to shit on it for being too generic, and there's going to be very few people defending it, or it'll be the other way around, because no matter what, you're always going to get people shitting on a fragrance, complaining, griping, boring, generic. Oh, this is disgusting. Smells like it's. People are overly dramatic in this space when they write their little reviews. So I think there's a shot at it being more so of it being generic overall. Just again, this is based off of this note pyramid, and if I'm being honest here, I know there are a lot of people that enjoy wanted EDP. I think it's okay. I don't think it's anything special. I actually like Azzaro wanted tonic more. It has grown on me a little bit. Again, I think it's okay. We'll call it better than good, 6 out of 10 kind of stuff. But I have a feeling this will still be better than that. I think this is going to be a very good fragrance, but I do think it's going to lean on the generic side, where it's going to be like, well, this reminds me of stuff, and then it's going to start coming to you. It reminds me a bit of this, or maybe a bit of that, or kind of this family of fragrances. I think that's what we're looking at here. So just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Before we dive into the Guerlains, let's discuss the most wanted intense eau de toilette. What do you guys think? Okay, here we go. That's where I left off. You or someone like you. I haven't tried it yet. I've had it in my cart a few times and ended up pulling it out. So I didn't get it. Mint note could be at a great price. Closing up on 120K. That's quite something. You're doing great. Thank you, Roy. I appreciate that, sir. Yeah, I love dealing with, really do. Thank you for the suggestions. Chat, I'll look for a sample set. Light Blue Forever and Chrome Extreme. Hell yeah. That's going to be some great ones. And Scent of the Days Glacier Bold. You have some good taste. Similar taste to me. But that's some really good ones for the summertime. Absolutely. How can 6 be bigger than 14? Oh, so the gauge size, think golf scores. Think golf scores. Higher gauge, it goes like, think about syringe needles, for example. Insulin needles are like, shit, I forgot, 30 gauge or whatever. Standard stuff is like 23 gauge, which, think about that. Anytime you've ever gotten blood work done or something, that was maybe like a 21 gauge needle or something. Think about those anytime you've got labs done and you see the size of that needle. Those go by gauge as well. When it comes to these smaller posts, surgical steel posts, because this is surgical steel, the bigger the post, the higher, the lower the gauge number. I don't really know the method behind it. That's all I do know about it, is the factual side of the numbering, that the lower the number, the thicker the post. But that's just what it is. Because then it goes, you can get the 0, 00, 000, and that's anytime you've seen people with those gigantic plugs and tunnels and stuff like. I'm not doing that. I never did want to do that. My childhood best friend had 00s. He had big giant tunnels in his ears. I was never interested in stretching my lobes to that point. Posting hiatus. I'm in building mode. Done sampling for a while. It's bottle buying time. There you go. The gradient bottle. So yeah, that's what it ended up being. Brandon, if you happen to be here, you were right. That gift set that I bought, it was the new bottle eau de toilette. Eau de parfum. It does smell a little bit different. I did a side by side. It does smell a little bit different. Maybe it's just the maceration of my older bottle. I don't know. Twisted Lily is somebody. Yeah, Twisted Lily is a great place for niche sample sets. They really are. Gaze the 00. They never healed back up. Yeah, when they get that big, that hole is never going to get that small. Yeah, there you go. L'Homme Ideal Parfum will be an ASAP blind buy for me, as it will be for me. We're going to dive into the Guerlains in a moment. I just wanted to catch up with you guys first. Good to see you, Sandy. Wearing Paradise Garden, also testing out a sample of Zadig and Voltaire. This is really him. It's surprisingly good. I haven't looked into that one yet. That's funny. No, I did not like that gentleman the other day that's blaming a cheap cologne for his ear infection. No, I did not. I think you can go all the way to quadruple zero, and then they start going like 5/8 and 7/8, and it starts going in like fractions of an inch. Like it can get ridiculous. After this certain number, it's either 000 or quadruple zero, then it starts going into measurement. Spin my golly, good to see you, Anna. Good to see you as well. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of strange. Moss Liqueur Accord. I'm going to drop by and say, what's up? Low Rome Sport Eau Extreme. Well, I appreciate you coming to stop by for a little bit. Justin, good to see you with code EDP, my favorite of the bunch. Wander Ashton Fragrance Reviews. Changed your name again, huh? Good to see you. Prodalome EDT. Just got it in. Love that line. Got the Intense as well. It's good stuff. Definitely good stuff. Good to see you, Enrique. Ombre Leather Parfum. My bottle's finally coming in tomorrow. I finally broke down and bought a bottle. I have so much that smells like Tuscan leather and ombre leather, but I don't have a bunch that smells like the Parfum. So it's like, that's the one I need to get the bottle of. Yeah, I don't know if it can be or not. I don't know what that means exactly with a Moss Liqueur. Some Accord names are funny as shit. I agree. Absolute Instinct. It's a great flanker. 5 to 7. My standard. Same thing. Yeah. Wire gauges. Same thing. Power wire, 4 gauge, 0 gauge, 6 gauge, 8 gauge power wire. It's the same thing. Yep. That's exactly right. JT, good to see you, sir. Wearing Barrett Fragrances Byzantine Hachivat Inspiration. Good to see you, sir. I have not tried that one. Lovely scent. Ingredients mix well. Home Sport 2012, the Iris one. Instant purchase. Yeah, for sure. Cool Water Intense. It's kind of bubblegummy. Not as much coconut as you would think. Ambroxan, bubblegummy, super mass appealing, youthful blue. As far as comparing it to anything, not any other bubblegum fragrance, basically. It is good. I'm actually ready to get the Parfum as soon as I can get that. The Ferragamo Red Leather came in a little while ago. We'll probably do a first impressions video on that, film that tonight. You think it's redundant to have Danger and Scandal? Not really. I don't think so, because Danger is much fresher. Scandal's more about very dense and spicy greens. Like, they're both aromatic fougères, but they're not the exact same aromatic fougère. Mine's on its way. I forgot what day it's supposed to come in. Besides Zanzibar. Eros Flame, great choice. Seriously, can't go wrong with Chanel fragrance. No, they don't have bad fragrances, I don't think. Man, Sarah Vetiver Sensuelle on a rainy day in Dallas, Texas. Great choice, Devin. Okay, let's see. Really looking forward to getting my nose on Vetiver Parfum. As am I. I'm going to get, like I was telling Justin in the live stream we did yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and get the other Habit Rouges as well as the other versions of Vetiver, the EDT and the EDP. I figure I might as well get them all if I'm going to do that. So let's start with Vetiver Parfum. Probably the one most people are going to be most interested in. It'll be between this and L'Homme Ideal, I would think. Color that juice. I'm excited for it. Now that I'm more into Vetivers, I'm definitely excited for it. The perfumers of the Maison Guerlain reinterpret the sillage of the iconic Vetiver, taking inspiration from the universe of liqueurs. From this world, which has so many aspects in common with that of perfumery, they have drawn emblematic notes on and a seductive and decisive aesthetic. Made from exceptional, highly concentrated ingredients, this perfume is extraordinarily irresistible. For Vetiver Le Parfum, I imagined an even more aromatic and intense beginning, juniper berries, coriander, and licorice, all like an infused gin. Okay, note from the perfumer. Bergamot, juniper, orange. Vetiver nutmeg, iris, smoke, licorice, and tonka bean. So it's going to have some dark elements here. licorice and smoke. The vetiver is going to be a little on the earthy side, as it typically is from the, and then we have iris, which I think the iris and the licorice are the interesting inclusions here to me. What do you guys think? I think this has a home run potential. Honestly, I think people are going to rave about this one. I doubt it'll be poorly received. I doubt it will be in a position when someone smells it to get poorly received. I can't imagine Guerlain putting this out and it being anything but a great option, and has its twists and nuances to where it's not hyper redundant to the previous concentrations, because you do have an EDT and EDP already that aren't wildly redundant to one another. Redundant, sure, but not the exact same fragrance. So we're talking woody aromatic fougere. Okay, I like it. I like it. I'm excited about it. I definitely want it. Before I get it, I'll have the other two versions. I will. I've smelled the EDT with Justin, and I was like, why don't I have this? This was last year. Nose is a little stuffy, as you can tell. I don't know why it's acting up, but it is. What do you guys think? Before we move on to the next one, anybody excited about it? Look at that picture. Isn't that a nice picture? Get this ad out the way. That's a good looking picture right there. Well done photography. That's a great picture of all three. According to this, modern, vibrant, raffinato. I don't know what that word means though. Passionate, sophisticated, Octavian, seductive, mysterious. Ooh, L'Homme Ideal Parfum. Let's go take a look at L'Homme Ideal Parfum, shall we? So it's between Vetiver Parfum and this one. For the one that's going to be most anticipated, I'm torn. I guess if I had to lean to one, it's this one. Let's see what they have to say. The perfumers of the reinterpret. So similar write-ups, the way it starts. Reinterpret the woody sillage of the iconic L'Homme Ideal. Taking inspiration from the universal liqueurs, so similar thing. From this world with so many aspects common with perfumery. Boy, it's almost the same write-up with a few words taken. It's literally the same shit. So let's get the note from the perfumer. For L'Homme Ideal Le Parfum, I imagined an almond turning into ambrette, taking an even more woody and intense scent. So they're looking for a woodier note here. An amber, leathery, spicy fragrance. Almond, bergamot spices, patchouli, leather, neroli, sandalwood, musk, lemon. I love that it's centered around leather, because that's why I like the L'Intense so much. Not just because of the smoke accord, but the leathery facet is what makes me enjoy the L'Intense the most. I'm really torn between the L'Intense and the Extreme. We talk about it all the time. Here's my travel atomizer that I keep handy to sniff of the L'Intense. This is an absolute stunning masterpiece. This is my favorite Guerlain fragrance. A close second is L'Homme Ideal Extreme. But this has a chance to be the best of the bunch for me. It really does, because it has a focal point of the main reason I like the L'Intense flanker, and that is that leather. Spices and leather. That excites me. So we're looking at a spicy leather is how they're rating it on the olfactive tree here. So this has, Vetiver Parfum has home run potential. This has grand slam potential. Because even like Ideal Cool and Sport, that are the least well received of, I always enjoyed them, especially Sport. I think Sport is one of the most interesting aquatics I've ever smelled. It totally works with the almond. Watery, heavily watered notes with the almond signature of this line. I've always thought that was such an underappreciated fragrance. There's no such thing to me as a even mediocre or subpar fragrance in that line, and they've yet to disappoint me. And I think this has a chance to be the embodiment of what the line is all about. So we're going to pull this screen down. We've talked about Vetiver Parfum and L'Homme Ideal Parfum. Before we get into how about Rouge, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Yeah, we just looked at it. Send me a P.O. box so I can send you a 5 ml decant of it. We'll talk. We will talk. Not yet. There's so many releases coming out that I want. And I know that's out and available. I don't think it's widely available here in the States yet. Boz Cobra, good to see you, sir. But I will be getting my nose on it this year. That is for certain. Scandal Parfum Cologne Formal and Danger Parfum Cologne Date Night. That's a good way to put it. My experience is Danger is sweeter and seductive. Scandal is barbershop classy. That's very well put, sir. Very well. Because Scandal and Zaharoff Signature Parfum, that's my two favorite fragrances to wear with a suit and tie. So I'm right there with you. Whereas Danger Parfum Cologne, that's actually one that Justin likes to wear to dinner. I like to wear it more during the day, but I totally get the appeal of a dinner date with that fragrance. That's fair. That's fair. Good to see you, Jim. Rarely have duds. I'm looking forward to all three. Licorice notes used to bug me. But I mean, I was the same way with Vetiver. Earthy Vetiver, quite nice. It's probably going to be really good. I'm drooling over the Guerlain Parfum and no breakdown. Oh, my fucking God. I'm glad you're excited. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. I personally am not high on Guerlain. Hey, everybody likes different things. No big deal. Strapoise Intense layered with tuxedo. That's interesting. The king of the super chat has arrived and made his presence known wearing one of Ashton's fragrances, Blue Ridge by Michael Malone. And gent sense, I sure appreciate the $10 super chat, sir. I've never tried it. I've heard good things, kind of in the realm of like a YSL Y with a twist kind of thing, is my understanding. That seems to be what the consensus is on it, which, hey, I like YSL Y. But I appreciate the super chat and your continued support of the channel, sir. Always a pleasure. You always come through smelling good. That's one that I'm not familiar with. I just hearsay kind of stuff, but my understanding is it smells pretty good. So thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I pick it up from the store tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it, my man. That is kind of strange, right? That is a little weird. I was thinking the same thing. But I've seen Mandarin Orange several times as a base note. It's all in how they balance it. Citruses don't have to be in the top. It depends on how they balance everything when it's blended. There's an art to it. It's a true artistry. It's UPS for you. Yeah, for sure. Sorry about that. I have Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir EDT Extreme. Ooh, not really. It's very peppery compared to the Eau de Parfum. The Eau de Parfum is actually kind of, I don't want to say fresher, but more, I hate to use the word generic, but more simplistic. Because EDT Extreme is, because I have all three. EDT Extreme is more peppery, but watery fresh at the same time. That's not too earthy. Whereas the EDP is probably the most pleasant, well-rounded of the bunch. And then the Parfum is a straight-up iris fragrance. It doesn't even smell like the other two. It's spices, suede, and iris. Very, very super powdery iris. Beautiful fragrance if you like that style. But yeah, the Parfum smells nothing like the other two. Actually, no redundancy to all three of them. Not even that much between the EDT Extreme and the EDP. You would think, but not really. Just sprayed Evening Mystique on my arm just for the occasion, and damn it, Ross. This gets better and better every time I smell it. Man, you and Justin cooked in the Zaharoff kitchen. We tried to put out classics, man. We only try to put out great stuff. If I ever get to do it again, I already know what I want to do. So just know if I ever get to do it a third time, I got a banger ready to go. Continuing to tell my story. Because the first two fragrances are telling my journey through these last, handful or so of years of my life. That's what the fragrance has been telling. It's been my story the fragrances have been telling. So if I ever get the opportunity, if George ever says, let's do it again, I have everything written down that I want to do. It's saved on my computer. Has been since we launched the second fragrance. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? That's the saying. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So in the event I ever get a green light, one call, that's all to Claude Deer. I know what I want to do. So I appreciate the kind words. I know you're a huge fan of Second Soul. So glad to hear you're really enjoying that as well. Really like the cologne version as well. That was the one that got all the hype. That's for sure. You're making me hype. Well, I'm not trying to hype anyone up. We're just having an open discussion about it. I've never even heard of Posh Omega. I don't want to say F too many times, so I'll say WTF is Posh Omega. I don't want to say that F word too many times. Try to chill out a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't need to say that F word every other sentence. It's not like I'm off camera because I say that F word a lot. But yeah, I'm not familiar. It's beautiful though. It's already on. It's up on the shelf. That's all my Lamals and LeBeaus and stuff are right next to the Zaharoffs. That's all Jean Paul Gaultier, Lamal, and LeBeau right there, and then that's all Zaharoffs. That's what this top shelf is. Right here, this shelf. It's up there. Lamal Lovers right here, and then LeBeau Paradise Gardens right there because I just wore it. Love the texture. It literally has a velvety texture. Indeed, it goes with the theme. That's right. It's amazing, man. It's divine and classy as hell. It's a scent I would describe as regal. I appreciate that. That's high praise. It's very high praise, and I certainly appreciate that, my man. Very green, and the lavender is a little scratchy and cloying, but it settles in nicely. Pretty strong fragrance overall. Indeed, yeah, my bottle will be here in like 2 days. We did a split screen. I did a split screen talking about it a few days ago. Yep. I'm going to blind buy Guerlain Vetiver Parfum for sure. Pure Havane. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, you misunderstood, Ross. I would love to see them come out with a Parfum version of Ideal Extreme. Okay. I wonder if they would do that. I can't imagine them doing it, but you never know. Let me guess. It doesn't perform well enough for you because I get great performance out of it. And every time I see somebody talk about how it doesn't perform well, it makes me giggle a little bit because it's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's not my experience. 8 to 10 hours easy with 2 hours of great. And I got the newer one with the clear glass on the side. It's not the painted sides. Like I have a newer bottle. It's like a year old. But I'm assuming that's why you want a Parfum version of it, right? Because I've seen other people say that too. Fragrance of the day, Fan Your Flames. We've got 2 people in chat wearing Fan Your Flames. Of the Immortals for Boss Cobra, delicious. One of the best parts of Guerlain Parfum, that lemon base, done wrong. It comes out like a cleaning product, but Guerlain is one of the few who can pull it off. They definitely know what they are doing. That is for sure. I haven't tried that one yet. There's so many good, like exciting, not good, because I don't know if they're good. I haven't tried them, but exciting new releases. And get ready. Mark my words. You see how we're getting Parfum flankers a lot all of a sudden? We're getting one of 2 things. There's a green trend and a Parfum trend still going strong right now with these designers. And the Spice Bomb flanker this year is going to be one of those 2. I think it's going to be Spice Bomb Parfum. I don't think we're getting Spice Bomb Elixir yet. I don't think we're getting the beloved and hoped blue fragrance yet. I think we're going to get a Parfum first. I think this year, if we get a Spice Bomb, it's going to be Spice Bomb Parfum. And I didn't hear that from nobody. This is a prediction. So mark my words. And when it comes out, I'll just do a little cap tip for you guys, kind of as my told you so. Because it got discontinued pretty quickly, I believe. Because it seems to have not sold well. Yes, I need to buy it. It's been requested quite a bit. 1 million PDM Delana. I'm intrigued to see where the fragrance lands. I'm going to have to grab it. Top 3 from Parfums de Marly. So I'm a Cologne fan. I literally wore it a couple days ago. Cologne's my favorite, which I'm one of the few that would say it's my favorite. There's other people that like it, especially in this live chat, but it's my favorite. Then I would say Leighton is my number 2. And then it's kind of a toss-up between Sedley and Percival. Kind of tied for 3rd. So then technically my top 4. Yeah, I've never even heard of it. Posh Lines from Fragrance World. Okay, I have no idea. I've never heard of it. I did. So I know you commented this a little bit ago before I had answered the previous one, but yeah, I'm going to have a review on it. Well, I assume since he was asking about comparing it to it, yeah. Follow Phaeton and Naxos. Ooh, you got some heavy hitters coming, Boz. Yeah, for sure. Punchline Omega, Lamal, Essence de Parfum, and malt being pure malt. Okay. Technically niche. Technically they're niche. That's phenomenal, right? I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I think a bunch of us have it coming. So I made it to the bottom. Let's switch back over and let's go look at how about Rouge Parfum. Because I did try, how about Rouge? I want to say EDP was the one Justin had me try. It might have been the EDT. He's got one of the older bottles. I think it was the EDT. And I remember when he told me what it was, because I gave it like an 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 or something. I was quite enjoying it on the test strip. And then he let me spray it on my hand. And I don't remember it that well because it's been like 2 years. And it was just the one time that I smelled it. And I've been meaning to get it. And now that this is announced, it's like, here's a good reason to get the Instant and the EDP and the EDT, because I don't want to start with the Parfum. Same thing with Vetiver. I don't want to get the Parfum first. I'm all about let's get the original and work our way into it. So when I get the Parfum, I know the subtle nuance changes and what the DNA is about, how it evolved to get to the new one. That's why I always encourage people start with the original when they're trying a fragrance line for the first time. It's always best to start with the original. My opinion, of course. I imagined a vanilla liqueur with notes of leather inspired by a bourbon, a new intensity. So bergamot lime liqueur, nutmeg leather, vanilla, styrax, and patchouli. So apparently it's going to be based around another one based around leather. And if it's going to have the richness of a parfum, this is going to be another must-have. All three are going to be musts for anybody that's fans of either leather. That seems to be an underlying kind of trend between these three. I mean, not in Vetiver, but Vetiver is a timeless fragrance from them. They're making a parfum of, so of course it's going to do well in sales. But if you like leather, it seems like the other two might be for everyone. So woody leather citrus. So the bergamot and lime must have a nice dose at the top based on what they're saying here. Now, this is some kind of algorithm more than likely. I don't think it's because they've sampled it. I could be wrong. Let's go back to that picture of the three of them. I love this picture. That is such a great picture, isn't it? Let me pull that down. Isn't that such a great picture? I wanted to get rid of the ad. Here we go. That backdrop and the dark tones to this, man, it kind of gives the idea of these being darker, heavier fragrances, like this whole theme and backdrop to this portrait. Such a beautiful picture with the reflections in the bottom, right? Such a great piece of photography. So let's see, what do you guys think? How many of you like How About Rouge, any of its versions? And is this the least anticipated of the bunch for you? Is this the most anticipated of the bunch for you? Or are you like a few others that have mentioned, screw it, I'm getting all three blindly? You know, I get that argument too. Torino 24. It all sounds really good. Can't wait till it becomes available to purchase. Thinking about scooping up 30 ml Triumph Bacchus from Vinba. Things in the low 100s. It was way more affordable. And look, at 30 ml goes a long, long way with that fragrance. You don't need a lot of sprays, man. Levi, good to see you. Club de Nuit Intense. Club de Nuit Untold. So no IM in that one. It's not an Intense Man flanker. It's Club de Nuit. It's not Club de Nuit Intense Man. To me, is worth sampling the original flankers, but buy the original just for the sake of it doesn't work for me because I tend to like flankers more than the original. I mean, to each their own, but I mean, a little different for me reviewing it, points of reference in the future, topic of conversation, understanding the development through multiple wearings. And I don't just want 2 ml of it, you know. Amazing full notes. Got my new Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Black MTV. You can try all three of these. It's a badass picture. I agree. It's a very nice picture. I'm going to buy How About Rouge OG. Buy the taller bottle. Well, I'm going to buy whatever's available. I'm not hunting down. I don't do that. I don't play the batch code thing. You guys have heard me say that a bunch of times. I just buy whatever's the newest version on the market. So it is what it is. I know they're still out there, but I'm not hunting it. I'm just going to buy it in a bundle from somewhere. I saw Joma shop, which I typically don't like to shop with them because you never know when they're going to screw you, take your money, and make you wait 2 weeks because it was out of stock. But Joma shop seems to have all the ones I want in stock. Fragrance Buy doesn't have all of them. I'd like to make one order. So I might be making a Joma shop order here in the next couple of weeks. Mostly the performance. That's what I figured. Plus, I wouldn't mind a fuller, more plum-heavy version. I have the new version as well, 15 ml size. I get about 6 to 7 hours with about an hour or so of good projection. So it's not too bad on your skin. Pretty average kind of stuff. But yeah, that's usually what I see is people when they mention they wish it was stronger. I'd love a flanker of it. They need to make it stronger. I've seen a lot of that stuff. I actually don't have any experience with any of their fragrances. Blasphemy, I know. But Le Male Elixir is a great fragrance. Yeah, that's, if I had to just pick one to get, it's going to be L'Homme Ideal Parfum. I'm a big fan of that line. I mean, up until I got these most recent 3 Guerlains, that's the only Guerlains I had is that line. Might have to pre-order that one. Brioni Intense, great option. So I don't have an opinion on it. I haven't tried it. Fragrance Pod just stocked Ultime Twist. I wonder if it means L'Homme Ultime. I'm sure. I'm totally sure. 2024 Hilfiger Impact Together. I think that one's on the website. Let's take a look. I think. Could be wrong. Let's see. There it is. 'Tis the one you were referring to. Love the look of the bottles, like the color scheme, the white to ocean, kind of ocean blue, pool water kind of blue. Let's see what the notes are like. Black Pepper Aquatic Cologne, 90s top note here. Watch out. Artemisia, Sage, and Vetiver. So kind of a generic aquatic, a little spiced, aromatic. Nothing special. It's probably been done to death, but the bottle looks really cool. I'm sure it smells nice, but I bet it's been done before many times. Just seeing that note breakdown seems a little generic. An aquatic woody spice. Love the bottle. Let's get a big picture of the bottle with the box. Love the bottle. That looks great. Anytime I see anything Tommy Hilfiger, I think of my childhood. Mid-90s, that's when Tommy Hilfiger blew up. Because for those that don't know, Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger, the first fragrance I ever wanted, it was either 5th or 6th grade, I don't remember. But I had got the gift set with the duffel bag for Christmas that year. We were all wearing the Tommy polo shirts with the old Tommy logo. It looked kind of like the Bugle Boy logo. Guys my age know exactly what that logo looks like. We've discussed this before. Tommy's a nostalgia play for me. That's a nostalgia brand. More than Nautica, more than Ralph Lauren Polo. Tommy Hilfiger. Love the bottle, man. I mean, if I could find it cheap later, I'd be down to grab it. I love you, Gerald. My sentiments exactly. Who cares? Just wear it. It's going to perform however it's going to perform on you. Oh, but I want more. Don't base everything on needing everybody else to smell you. As long as you smell you for a little while, bring a decan if you know your performance or is weaker than you want, or your nose wears out quick, or whatever the case. There's methods to make it a better experience for you if it doesn't perform up to the standard that you have set for yourself. But man, I'm glad you said it. I say it all the time, but you just straight up, threw it out there, and I love it. You're now one of my favorite people in the world, Gerald. So welcome to the family. Give me a hug. Thank you for saying that, because I totally agree, my man. Just spray the damn thing and enjoy it. Look, if it lasts an hour, yeah, I get it. I'd be mad about that too. But if you get 4 or 5 hours, just spray more later, and not spray more at the same time, because spraying a bunch makes the cloud bigger. It doesn't make it last longer. You're still, let's say you get 5 hours out of this. If I spray it 5 times, I'm going to get 5 hours. If I spray it 25 times, I'm going to get 5 hours and be strong as shit in the first hour. See what I'm saying? The strength that you get from spraying more does not increase the longevity. It just makes you obnoxiously loud, which some people are going for. Appreciate you, Gerald. L'Homme Ideal Parfum sounds like a must try. Scent of the day, French Defense. Whew. Jealous. I'm jealous. That's one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. I love that cherry. So good. What's going on? Finally made it back to a live. Great to see you. Great to see you as well. Smell of animals. Well, it's a very niche line. Very niche. By the way, this fat Chuck. Oh, Chuck. I didn't know you changed your name to that. Shout out to Chuck. Chuck's a long-time viewer here on the channel. What's going on, Chuck? I lost the stupid screen name. Sorry to hear that, man. I need Invictus Parfum, too. I'm waiting on that to come in stock from Macy's, Sephora, Raban's website. I'm just going to buy it. Just like I did with Ferragamo. Okay, like I said, Ferragamo red leather came in today. I bought it straight from Ferragamo. Both looking like things I'll probably need to blind buy. I blind bought Le Beau Paradise Garden, and I'm definitely going to blind buy Invictus Parfum. My fragrance journey started off like with so many others with Acqua di Gio Eau de Toilette, as a lot of people went that route for sure, especially if you started that journey sometime in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, because that was the height of that fragrance. So I got in some new fragrances today. Let us know what you got, my man. The only fragrance I got batch code crazy over is a Wajon. Old shiny bottle is way better than the new formulation. Look, I'm not saying there isn't differences from batch to batch. I'm not saying it's not a reality. I just think it's overblown. And like Gerald said, just spray the damn thing and enjoy it. I couldn't agree with him more. Just spray the damn thing. Nature called. Understood, Boz. Understood. Heard from some that Invictus Parfum's soapy Invictus Legend, which would be nice. I'm going to be cool with it. Like some people bitch about the Invictus flankers. I'm sorry, I guess, but I love the Invictus line. Always have, always will. I like every flanker. I like the original. I still like the original. I haven't worn it in a long time, though. But I'm sure I'm going to like this. If it ties into the DNA and has some new nuance to it, twist, even if it's just soapy Invictus, cool with that. A stronger, soapier Invictus. Sounds great. Sign me up. Got Suits and an unknown Chanel L'Homme Sport Eau Extreme clone. You want longevity after spraying the fragrance, let the alcohol dissipate, apply a scentless lotion that will absorb the scent, and it will last longer. There's Roy with some tips and tricks for you guys, for anybody interested. Here we go. Or if you want the old batch bad enough, spend more than $200 on it. Just kidding. Le Male Essence de Parfum peeking out the corner. So even the newer batches are that. That's the thing. The Blue Juice is that price too, because it's been discontinued for a while. It wasn't about the batch for me as much as I know it's stronger. Let me rephrase that. I know the leather's heavier in the older one. It wasn't necessarily about the longevity, because the Blue Juice, I still got like 8 hours out of it. But they're going for around the same price. Like the Blue Juice, I saw a 75 ml for like $175. And it was like, for a little bit more, I can get the bigger bottle of the older leather heavy one. So I was like, do that. Not a huge fan of Victory Elixir. And see, I'm the other way around. I like Victory, but I like Victory Elixir more. Raja Dove tips. Noted. Vanilla Oud. You, sir, are killing the game. About the tester. Going to get a full bottle soon. Smells so good. Waiting on Bois Imperial to come next week as well. You have great taste, Double Aaron. Love the name, Double Aaron. Or Double Aaron. Not sure it could be Aaron since it's 1A. Started my fragrance journey in January this year. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. Too many things to buy and worry about a batch code under a bottle when I want what's inside the bottle. Keep that mentality, man. Not necessarily about too many things to buy. You don't need everything, I promise. It's exciting. I get it. I'm still a kid in a candy store to this day, and I've been into these fragrances since like 95. I've been into it for a long, long time. But you don't have to have everything, I promise. There's a lot of redundancy out there. Try to find some stuff that's really special to you. If you want versatility, make it true versatility. Build a wardrobe. Try to build a wardrobe, not a collection. Don't be a collector unless you just have the money to blow. And it's something you see yourself being really into for a long, long time. That's the only time I'm gonna be like, sure, start collecting and getting all of this line, and I like that DNA, so I'm gonna try to buy all of them and complete the line. There's a lot of lines out there that you could do that with, especially the discontinued ones. And you start having to spend a lot of money, and it's really not that serious. So that's the advice I throw out to you, my man. Until I realize I don't have many uses for nuclear scents. It's not that practical all the time. Most of my work, gym, date scents do not need to be beast mode. Same. Look, I enjoy a really good, strong, long-lasting fragrance. I do. Certain settings, certain instances. In my average day, not necessary. I can take something that lasts 5 or 6 hours, and I'm cool. Projection for about an hour or so, and it's kind of closer to the skin. Get a light whiff here and there. Good. That's all I really need most of the time. Now, there's other instances where we're going to be gone for a long time. I want something that's going to work with my day, which means it's going to be really strong early on, so I'm mindful of the sprays. especially if I'm going to be in the car for a long time with my wife, and certain fragrances I know will overpower and overwhelm her. It's all about awareness of your surroundings and your situation. Oh, Invictus Aqua 2018. Still king of the hill for me. Oh, I did that one already. I did that one first. Scroll back. We did that before the Guerlains. Sex Panther by Odeon. Chanel clone. It's called Alive Homme Intense by an off-shop brand of Unfar called Aston. Both are great, and I do recommend them. It's appeal intense for men. Cheap Azzaro wanted Invictus type of fragrance. Bahara King. I've heard a lot of good things about that. Scent of the day, Killian's Apple Brandy. Good to see you, Antonio. By the way, has anybody else noticed that Suit smells like Zadig and Voltaire? This is him. I haven't tried it. I've had a lot of people ask me about it, though. Good to see you watch since. Been a little bit. I hope you're doing well. Wearing a Amen Pure Malt. I did not wear that. This is the first winter in a while that I did not wear it even once. Parfum. I'm booking a flight to France and buying all of it. Yeah, we talked about it. That was the first Guerlain. That was so we looked at 5 fragrances technically. We did the new Azzaro, then we did Vetiver Parfum, then L'Homme Ideal Parfum, then how about Rouge Parfum, and then that new Tommy Flanker. In that order, if you want to scroll back to see what we talked about. Tangential question: have you ever seen any of the? I've seen them all. I've seen them all. Tree of Might is one of my favorites. I believe it's Tree of Might. When it's that I forgot his name, the Super Namekian that gets huge, and we get the false Super Saiyan for the first time when Goku goes false Super Saiyan for that brief moment in the movie. That was a great one. I have most of them on DVD. Yeah, I'm a big DBZ nerd for sure. Well, Dragon Ball Universe in general. I'm ready for the new part of Super to come out. I'm ready for the new portion of the animated series. Because I don't read the mangas. I want to watch the actual animated cartoon. So the old Broly movie is great. I have the 3-disc collection of the original Broly movies. Another one, it was what's the name of it? Because it was during the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan arc when he was still a teenager. Trying to remember the name of that movie. And then the first movie with Janemba, when we got Gogeta for the first time, that was a good one. I could go on and on. I love the Dragon Ball universe, man. I don't know. That was the first one we talked about. That was literally the first one. I'm slipping. It's okay, Roy. We still love you, man. Just went to a Mortal Intense clone in there. Noted. What was it called? Illusion Intense. Noted. We decided to take a sniff and was like, yep, this is my sin of the day. I worked a 12-hour shift, and Coral Fantasy got me a compliment within the 11th hour. And, most people here would probably say, damn, it don't last like that for me. It probably does. Your nose just wears out because it's very synthetic. I could swear there's Ambroxan in there. I love that spicy apple smell, though. Coral Fantasy is so good. I reiterate, my favorite Valentino fragrance. Not yet. Not yet. I definitely want it, though. Lord Slug. That's it. Thank you. Yes, the Lord Slug movie. When we got false Super Saiyan. That was great. Because anybody that saw that movie before, which this stuff came out when we were little kids, the original series of it. So obviously you could have seen any order if you got DVDs at any time. But if you would have watched it in order, that's when you get the first hint at what Super Saiyan would be about. Because the movie takes place before the Frieza saga. So valid for knowing these DBZ movies. I love that one movie with Trunks and the guy with the sword. Oh yes. I forget the name of all of these because I have most of them. They're in the living room. I have all of the movies up until the rebirth of Frieza and when Lord Beerus came in, like the Super Dragon Ball Super movies. I don't have any of those. I've seen them, streamed them, but I don't own physical copies of them. like the newest Broly movie. Like I said, the Frieza, with Golden Frieza. The arc with Lord Beerus when Goku goes Super Saiyan God for the first time. Yeah, I've seen all of them. And like I said, I own all of the old ones. The names elude me sometimes, but I can always describe the damn movies to you, and somebody be like, "Oh, that's this movie." BoJack. That's the one with Super Saiyan 2 Teenage Gohan. See, that's all it takes. And like, yep, that. Jims, what's going on, my man? I'll hit you up tonight or this weekend to work things out for the music discussion. Just let me know, my man. We'll work it out. This weekend won't work, though. I'm going to have my daughter and my son-in-law here. Friday through Sunday, I won't be talking to anyone because I'm going to have family in town. So just a heads up. If you can't catch me early in the day Friday, don't bother hitting me up till Monday. This goes for anybody here that normally would speak to me through social media or has my number or anything. Just I'm unplugging come Friday afternoon. We'll probably stream for a little bit because they're not getting here till late Friday. We'll probably still stream tomorrow. But the rest of the weekend, you guys won't hear from me again till Monday. So just a heads up, Jims. Guerlain is my jam, by the way. I don't have them all, but the Ideal line is probably my favorite value for the dollar line. Yeah, I have all but the Platine Privé. Came out by Big Mo. There we go. Not the new one. None of the new ones are out yet. We discussed them a little bit. No, this isn't me smelling them. This is the split screens I do with iFragrance. They just got announced 2 days ago. Oh, I'm just chilling. I'm not wearing any kicks today. I'm wearing some Project Rock slides because I did some footage for the Under Armour Tri-Base lifters today at the gym. So I wore these to the gym, wore the lifters while I did legs today, which my legs are shot. And then I wore these leaving the gym, and I haven't put any kicks on. I haven't put any kicks on today. But I did wear a fresh, brand new pair of the Under Armour Tri-Base lifters that they sent my way. My first pair of lifters, by the way, because I typically wear the CrossFit shoes, all-around cross trainers, or I'll wear some J's and running shoes if I'm not doing anything athletic, or which in prep I haven't done anything athletic, or if I'm doing legs. I won't do stuff like that. I want more support for leg days, but this is my first time using, and I've had Atomic Stingray shoes in the past, the bodybuilding shoes and all that. This is my first time with actual like powerlifting shoes, and I've been missing out. That's the way to train legs. That's the way to do it. Pretty much wearing those every time. I have the Tri-Base Rain 6. I'm going to be testing on a leg day next week to do a review on those as well. But man, those UA Tri-Base lifters, I've been missing out. Those are great. They're expensive. They're $200. They're great though. Ultimate stability. Fantastic. Anybody that's interested in that stuff, I'll be filming that video probably tonight. And that'll come out tomorrow on the TLTG Vlogs channel. Because for those that didn't know, Under Armour sent a couple of shoes my way for review, which super thankful. Love Under Armour. So it's great for them to reach out. It was fantastic. Got the Project Rock 6, which I already had a pair, but I got the new color that just came out, the Born in the Iron Paradise, the gray ones. I requested that color. Tri-Base Rain 6, which love the color that they sent. Which let me show them to you. They're right here. For anybody that gives a shit. So this is the Tri-Base Rain 6 that they sent my way. High vis yellow and teal with the gum sole. Love it. I have all of the previous Tri-Base Rains except the first ones. I have 2 through 5 plus the pro models for the 4, which I've done reviews on all but the 5. Some on this channel before I switched to the other channel. And then this is the new colorway of the Project Rock 6. This is Born in the Iron Paradise. Love it. So we'd already set up that they were going to send me some shoes to review. And then the next day, these got announced and dropped. So I emailed them. I was like, is it too late to request the new Born in the Iron Paradise colorway? It's like, I'll see if I can make that happen for you. And then sure enough, that's the one that came in because I love my gray shoes. I'll take gray shoes over every other color. I love my loud colors. But as far as neutral, black, white, I like gray. So the lifters are in my bag. Otherwise, I'd show you guys the lifters. The box is right here. Got a picture of them on there, yeah. Get the focus off. There we go. Yeah, that's what they look like. Box is empty right now. I said they're in my backpack. Thank you for asking. I know a lot of you don't care because we lost like 30 viewers. Everybody's so sensitive. This is a fragrance channel. You got to talk only fragrance. We're leaving. We're leaving. Screw this guy. We lost like 30 people. Big babies. Jesus. These fight scenes are incredible. Yeah. Climax Fusion Reborn with Janemba. That's what it was. Yep. Anyone seen Dune 2? I have not. Speaking of DBZ, have you ever been to Japan? I have not, and I one day will. One day I will absolutely go to Japan. God, I'm dreading the flight, though. That's going to suck. Well, amen, Gerald. I just want to smell great for a while. Doesn't need to smell to change my life. I love it. Yes. Yes, they were. Used to hate how the series in the USA stopped and restarted every time Vegeta and Hashima landed on Earth. And okay, no problem. Okay, I'm talking about they hit me up on Monday. Gotcha. No, just Dragon Ball. I'm very simplistic. I'm a Dragon Ball guy. I haven't really explored any of the others. I've tried to watch Naruto and all these Naruto. I mean, I pronounced it wrong. And One Punch Man, and none of those ever really did anything for me. I know there's way more than that, but not really my thing. Attack on Titan. You know who's a big Attack on Titan guy? The Nigerian giant Omos. He was literally wearing a zip-up Attack on Titan hoodie when we were hanging out. He's a big Attack on Titan guy. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's such a good one. Definitely similar to Ani. Yeah. Wardrobe, new designer, and a little more niche. I've been wearing so much designer lately. I've been trying to mix in more niche. Oh, I like the old soundtracks. I have a lot of that on my liked playlist, liked songs on Spotify. A lot of the original stuff, like the intro, the intro music and everything, and some of the fight scenes from the Majin Buu saga. You'd be surprised how hype you get when something like that comes on when you're working out. If you're into it, anyways. Stairs and look, I live on the 3rd floor. Yeah. And my legs have been shaky since I left because my legs are shaking when I leave the gym, especially I'm depleted like this right now because I'm cutting. Smith machine squat and hack squat and leg press were a bitch today. Surprisingly, Bulgarian splits weren't too bad. Only did 2 sets. I'd already did 3 sets of Smith machine squat, 2 sets of hack squat, and 3 sets with a drop set at the end on leg press before I did those Bulgarian splits. So I didn't have a whole lot left in the tank for lifting because everything else was hamstrings and leg extensions and calf raises and all that good stuff. The accessory stuff I do at the end, and I start with hip abductors, the hip abduction machine. That's how I got stretch, and I do that, warm up the inner thighs and my hips and everything, and then I go into squatting. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually was asking about the original EDT. I don't remember you mentioning it before. Oh, yeah, I have. I tried it with Justin. It was the first time I smelled it, like 2 or 3 years ago. And my thought was, why don't I have this? It smells very similar to like a slightly lower quality, more simplistic Vetiver Parfum cologne from Rouge Parfums. Vetiver Parfum cologne, very similar. Obviously, he worked for Guerlain for many years, so that makes sense. No, not quite. Not quite. I have a ton of different trainers. I got the original No Bull trainers. I'm a big Metcon guy. I have all of the Metcons except for the newest ones. Even the Metcon Sport, the free Metcons up to the 4 I don't have, but 1, 2, 3. Metcon Sport, Metcon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have the 9 and the 10 because the 10's coming, but I don't have the 9. And what else? And then the Project Rocks, I have all of them. I have all 3 BSRs, which those are not typical. Those are more all around cross trainers than they are like hardcore lifting shoes or what's the word? CrossFit. They're not the best CrossFit shoes out there, but overall training, they're solid. But I have all 6 Project Rocks, all 3 Project Rock BSRs. I have the original Project Rock Delta. I have the Project Rock version of the what are they? The Hover. The first ones they did a collab before he had the signature line shoe. The runners that he had, the Hover Phantom, Project Rock Hover Phantoms. I have the black ones of those. Again, like I said, when we talk wrestling, like, yes, I'm happy The Rock is back. I did not want him in the main event of WrestleMania. I did not. I love what they're doing with this story, though. It's evolved greatly. So I'm very happy for that. But yeah, the closest I've done to minimalist was the Atomics Stingray. Probably the most popular shoe from Atomics. Very popular in bodybuilding circles, especially all the way back in the late 90s. My dad had the blue ones. I had the gray ones, and they lasted a long time. I got rid of those because obviously when my dad passed, I inherited his blue ones. I wore them all the way till 7 or 8 years ago. Had to finally get rid of them. They're like gloves for your feet. Very, very minimalist. Great for doing leg days. Great because it's a barefoot feel with grip. Basically, you're barefoot with it's like having rubber grip on the bottom of your foot. It's literally that minimal. Anybody that's trained with them, they got a couple other brands now. It's not just Atomics anymore, but any of you big gym goers, you know exactly what brand I'm talking about. Natural Intense. Oh, that's coming in. I bought that for my wife. It's coming in. Very unisex, you say. I'm going to do a review on it. I'm going to check it out. I bought it. Battle of Gods. That's what it was. Yeah, when Beerus showed up. Oh, I'm sure. We always get some cool water flankers. I am sure of that, sir. Maybe sell some plasma. Go hit a sperm bank. I don't know. Maybe. Georgetown Hoya shoes. Oh, because of the gray with the navy blue. Yeah, for sure. And I got the ones that they were the black and gray and purple with the Project Rock bull head. The Brahma Bull logo was like that neon bluish kind of color. They were the coolest looking ones until these gray ones came out. It was the first like not black and white pair after they came out. It was the third pair to release. Those. I've been having those. I just didn't get around to doing a review on them. I wore them, hell, for like 3 weeks when I first got them. I wore them in the gym almost every day. I just didn't do a review on them. I've done reviews on the 5, the 4, the 3, the Delta, the 2. I haven't done it on the original ones. I have the original ones, but I did a video on the Phantoms, the Hover Phantoms, the Project Rock ones. I've done the BSR 1, 2, and 3. I've reviewed most of his shoes. This kind of like, okay, you need to. Under Armour sent them to you to do a review. You need to review the Project Rock 6. Like, I can already do the review. I don't even need to go do footage with them, but I didn't really film footage with the other colorway that I have, so I'll maybe do some footage with both colorways. I'm going to do those maybe week after, because next week I'm doing the Tri-Base Rain 6. God knows, because I couldn't tell you when I'm going to Japan. God, that sounds terrible. That has changed your life or had a massive impact of sorts. I don't think I would say that. I mean, as far as a massive impact, my 2 fragrances I did in collaboration with Zaharoff, I think would be the closest things to warrant something like that. Outside of Business Over Pleasure and Evening Mystique, not really. Not specifically. I mean, I have, for nostalgia's sake, several favorites, but not that we're just so remarkably impactful that they changed my life in some form or fashion, other than, like I said, Business Over Pleasure and Evening Mystique. Right? Talk about shoes and 30 people left. They normally don't leave that quick when I talk wrestling. Like, if I would have talked wrestling, we might have held on to them. As soon as we started talking shoes, I don't know. Product Black's officially discontinued. Do you have a bottle? I do. I've had a bottle for a few years. Cowboy Bebop was a pretty cool take on anime, and I'm not even an anime guy. I remember when that was on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network years ago. My son, 14, wore Black Rose to school today and got mad compliments. I bet his teachers were all up on him telling him how good he smelled. Damn, 14 wearing Black Rose. I'm going to have to let George know. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Like the live, damn it. Let them know. Let me click refresh, see where we're at. We have more likes than viewers currently. 128 likes to 121 viewers. Because, like I said, we lost about 30 people. We were like 145, 150 when I started talking shoes. We peaked a little higher than that, but we're going to shut it down in about 10 minutes, the hour and a half mark. I appreciate you guys coming and hang out with me. It's always good when we can get together and talk some fragrances, and we inevitably talk about other things after. My favorite version of Sauvage. Great choice. Hello from Texas. Dracar Intense. That's a great fragrance. Good to see you, Vic. I know what you're talking about, man. Bruce Faulkner. Yep, that's who it is. Produced the soundtrack for the episodes, and Mark Menza did some of the movies in GT. I like GT. I always have. I hate that GT always got tons of flack. I love the story of Dragon Ball GT. Always did. I got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right there. Like, literally. See him? Right above the PlayStation logos? There he is. I love Dragon Ball GT. I hate that it always got that kind of flack. People shit on that story. Laid back vibe of your channel and reviews, man. I'm normally just a lurker when it came to commenting, but you made such a welcoming community. Just wanted to share the love. October's last. First time I see you comment. I appreciate you not lurking and come and make your presence known and letting us know. And I appreciate the kind words. And that's what this is about. This is, let's just chat. I'm gonna curse a little bit. We're gonna pick on each other a little bit, joke around. And we're inevitably going to talk about more things than just fragrances, especially when we get to the latter portion of the live streams. It's just, hey, let's just talk. We get the topic done, and then, troll stuff comes up. We address it, talk a little shit, and we keep it moving, But I try to keep it pretty lighthearted here on this channel. I would like to think that's why a lot of people like to come back. Try to make it as safe of a space as I can, because there's so much toxicity in this community as far as, different forums and Facebook groups and all these different things. There's a lot of toxicity. I mean, here on YouTube, there's a lot of it too. I try to keep it. That's one of the reasons you have to be subscribed for 14 days before you can comment in this chat, because I want to try to keep it as safe of a place for me and for you guys to where we can just do our thing and talk. There's a commitment to wanting to troll in this live chat. You got to wait 14 days. And once I see you say something stupid, I'm going to block you. Not you, but a troll comment. And we'll get them out of here, and we'll keep going with what we were talking with. So like I like to say, when people mention the probation period and all that, it's like, there's a method for the madness. I promise it's a good thing that I do that the reasoning I do that is for the best. But I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad you enjoy the live chats. I love it. This is my favorite thing to do on the internet, this live stream. That's why I try to do it 4 days a week, sometimes more, sometimes less if I'm traveling, but I try to do it 4 days a week. Absolutely love it. So thank you for sharing. I have not. I have not. That's kind of funny, though. Watched your review of Eau Sauvage Extreme the other day. Have you tried the vintage version? I have not. That's a modern version. That bottle's from like 2018. That's an old review. That's from like January, February 2020, that review. That was when I was reviewing those Eau Sauvage flankers. That's tough because I haven't smelled them. The Parfum flankers. It's hard to put something to them. Also, the flight to Japan was pretty rough from Portland. So, well, yeah, but you're going from a different direction because I'm down in Florida. So I'm technically going to go across Europe and all that, because I'm not going to go across the United States and go, because you're actually up in the corner where you're able to get to it closer. It's going to be a much longer flight for me with more layovers. It does. Raja Parfum's Vetiver Parfum Cologne. It's a better fragrance. The quality is a little bit better, and it's more complex. It's got more complexity because it's got more notes and everything. It's a different blend, but it does have a similarity to it. It's undeniable. Good to see you, Randy. Initio Side Effect today. Just got my bottle and hope you're doing great. I can't complain. And if I wanted to, nobody would care. And it would be quite selfish of me because I live a good life, But good to see you, Randy. I hope you're doing really well, my man. Can be black or Parfum Intense. I think Parfum Intense would be a good name for that. I'm here for it. If it's a twist on actual Explorer this time, because the other two don't smell anything like Explorer. Ultra Blue and Platinum don't smell anything like it. If it can be like a richer, darker let's call it darker, a darker version of actual Explorer. That would be fantastic. I would love to see that. Ooh, Strong With You Amber, Polo Blue and Red Parfum, Cedrat Boisé, Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense from Dubai. First haul of the year. That's a hell of a haul, sir. Ralph's Club Elixir, Boston Sin Elixir, Cobalt Elixir on my list. Now, I actually put a Cobalt Elixir right here in the lineup. I plan on wearing it this weekend. I've never gotten around to smelling it. I know it's based around cardamom and amber and stuff like that, very evening forward, as the name would indicate. I've never gotten around to it. It's different from what I normally wear. Have you reviewed it? I actually have not smelled that one. I'm diving into Xerjoff a lot more this year. I've been getting a lot more from them. Yeah, that's the one. Been there twice. Damn, I'm jealous. But yeah, that's the one. If I had to pick one to get, which I think I'm gonna get all three, but that's the one for me. No worries, man. No, not my Prada Black. Got to treat my bottle like gold even more now. Polo Blue Parfum, great choice. Great choice. It's really good. I really like it. Does it deserve to be up with the other iris greats? I think it does. I really believe they used real iris. I do, because it's got an earthiness to it. And actual Florentine iris is earthy. It's not just crazy makeup powder. That's the fantasy iris notes, the fake iris that are just super powder. Because iris is powdery, but not like some of the designers, where I think they actually used Florentine iris. I really do. It's quality stuff. Got to give it to them. Good to see you. Summer Vibes, great choice. Yo, right back at you. It's a method to the madness is what I like to say. It's intentional, and it's, like I said, it's to keep our little community just for us, basically. If you're willing to wait 14 days, you really want to be here. That's what I want in my live chat. No, we got 126 people currently watching. Are all 126 chatting? No. Some are waiting on that 14 days. Some are hate watching. Some can't comment because they're driving. They're listening on their way home from work. Some don't want to comment. They just want to watch and listen in. It's a little bit of all of that. Basically. Yeah, we just chat. That's what it, like, pretty much from an hour to an hour and a half. That's basically what it is. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Since you're into kicks, ever seen the Adidas collaboration with DBZ? I did. I said, you have all 8. Damn. You saw the Ninja Turtle ones that come in the blister pack? Those are dope too. Never tried any of the Guerlain line. That's good stuff, man. Live streams are awesome. Much appreciated, man. You guys are what makes the live stream special. Mega Menace. Love the name. Gotta love the Mega Man avatar. If it isn't a secret, testosterone. I've been on testosterone for years now. As far as regular supplements and stuff like that, caffeine pill in the morning, Yohimbe and L-tyrosines, my morning concoction before I do cardio. Redcon 1 Total War, because I ran out of Big Noise, so I'm not using the stimulant-free one anymore, with some essential amino acids and creatine. That's kind of my during the workout drink. Redcon 1 Whey Isolates, the protein I have post-workout, 2 scoops of that. And then random vitamins and stuff like that, multivitamin, heavy omega-3s, red yeast rice, CoQ10, potassium, vitamin D3 and K2. Take a pre and probiotic. Am I forgetting anything? Half an Arimidex every time I take a testosterone shot. That's pretty much it. Any fragrances that you hated at first but gave a chance? Yes, Versace Dylan Blue. That's always the example, because I did not like it at first. I didn't understand why people liked it. And then after like 5 times of giving it a shot, I don't know, it just grew on me to where I just think it's one of the greatest blue fragrances ever. It's amazing. Club de Nuit Silkage. I know you meant Sillage, but good to see you, Nerd says. Look, I only say something when it comes to me. I don't go looking for it. It's just when it comes to me. Like those posts on Instagram last 2 days, that's because overload of people talking about how I dress coming to me. I won't fuck with anybody if they don't come fucking with me. I just do my thing. Leave me the fuck alone. I'll leave you the fuck alone. It's basically what it is. If you don't like me, prove it. Act like I don't exist. If you keep bugging me, you do like me. Good to see you, Dakota. L'Odyssée Parfum. Excellent choice. My dad worked for Sony, so I had to learn Japanese when I was young. It's a great company to work for, I would think. Pushing the mind on the screen. Good to see you, sir. I'm telling you, Ralph's Club Elixir, more than Givenchy Gentleman EDT and Dior Homme Intense. It actually doesn't smell quite like them, though. It's honestly more elegant. I'm one of those ones that were driving. Good to see you, Jared. I know you've been hanging out. Just got on. Love your content. Thanks. Love the discussion with Justin. Yeah, Justin's wonderful, man. We're probably going to do that again next month. We'll do another 10, 5 for my channel, 5 for his channel. We've got tons of decants we bought for this. We've got tons of fragrances that each other hasn't smelled. So we're going to do it again. We'll do it again next month. I got to set up something with Dedrick and Randy. We've been talking about in the works for weeks now. I just need to buckle down and have a conversation and schedule it with them where the three of us will do a decant swap. I'm hoping in the next few weeks to iron that out. There's always so much shit going on. That's why I haven't really had the conversation. Like the one with me and Justin, it took us over 2 months to make that happen. You know, it was just as much me as it was him on scheduling, you know. Must buy or must try? Because nothing's really must buy for me anymore. Must try? Sure. Not in a long, long time. T-Rex is the one that always stood out to me. Smells like scorched earth. Good to see you, Dennis. Real niche, vetiver, earthy, artistic, woody. Just great. Good to see you. Adonis Awakens. Second day straight, man. I love this stuff. Thank you again for the recommendation. One of the best rose fragrances for men ever. Not just that I've smelled. I believe it's one of the best ever created. Christian worked magic with that. It's my second favorite behind Triumph of Bacchus. Limited edition. That's my stuff. The flavor houses, they all put out good stuff. Givaudan, Mon. I mean, they have the perfumers of the world, working for them. And all the different brands sourced through them. So it's not really that one flavor house is better than the other, really. It's true. Ooh, Zafiro. Couldn't stand it. Then I fell in love with it. Different iris fragrance, but I prefer the style. That makes sense. I haven't tried Tarot. I don't know if anybody else has. I'm gaming while watching Final Fantasy VII Remake. I paused the game to comment. Well, we sure appreciate you. We're about to shut it down. We're a little over an hour and a half. I'm actually getting to the bottom. So I'm going to catch these last few, and I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I hope you enjoy it, Cody. No worries, Joel. I hope you're having a great day at work. Well, great evening. Moonlight in Heaven today. Okay, try it then. You'll buy. Well, I'd end up just blind buying it is what's going to happen. I'm just giving you a hard time. Final Fantasy IX Remake. Kara, good to see you. You missed an hour and a half because we're literally about to shut it down. Yeah, we did the usual random discussion for about 30 minutes or so, and we had 5 fragrances that we did a split screen and talked about. New Azzaro, 3 new Guerlains, and we looked at new Tommy Hilfiger flanker as well. Yeah, I agree. It's one of my 5 favorite fragrances that I own. It's been compared to Noir Extreme. That's fair. Silver Blue is amazing, right? The caramel is what changes it. Spicy, woodsy, a little funky, but that caramel really kind of anchors everything. You continue watching up on the stream. You and Justin, peace. Good to see you, Noel. Thanks for coming, my man. Tay, Vanilla Oud, tried in the summer, hated it. Well, yeah, that's definitely not going to work in the summer. Late fall, understood the magic. Indeed, indeed. So on that note, we'll go ahead and shut it down. I see we had some people go ahead and book it. We done dipped under 100 now at 96. As soon as I say I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, people roll, boy. But I appreciate everybody hanging with me. We did a little bit over an hour and a half. We had a pretty good crowd for a while until I started talking about shoes a little bit. Then we lost some viewers, but we're going to discuss whatever we're going to discuss. You know what I mean? Those that want to stay can stay. Those that want to go can go. No big deal. Are you the special guest with Dedrick? Oh, I forgot about that. That's tonight. I'm one of. I totally forgot about that. I'm glad because I was going to get on my phone after this when I go use the restroom before I eat. And that's when I'm going to see the link from him. So I'm glad you reminded me. Shoes kill chats. Apparently so. So make sure to like this stream before you go, guys. Check out the 2 reviews from this morning. Also 2 shorts videos. This is the 5th piece of content I put out today. I love what I do, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Like I said, we'll probably stream tomorrow. I can't guarantee a stream tomorrow. It depends on how the day shakes out because my daughter and son-in-law are coming later in the evening, so I'll have some time. So we should be able to do a live stream tomorrow. We'll probably bust open the new bottle of Oud Mineral. Go ahead and bust open Black Noir. I got it sitting there. And then we'll take a look at the new bottle of Profondo EDP. I did spray it already. It is a little different. It does smell slightly different from Profondo to me. We'll do it again together with you guys on screen. I'll put them side by side, the old version and the new version. And I think we'll do that tomorrow. And then we'll just chop it up like we always do. So thank you guys for coming. Make sure to check out this morning's reviews if you haven't yet. One is a giveaway. Those of you in the U.S., go enter the giveaway. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good one.